Ladies and gentlemen, I have a special guest in the building, already trash talking.
For sure.
Go ahead and tell me who I got with me.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? How y'all feeling, man? Lecrae is here, man. That is I. That is me, man. I'm here, man. We in here in the Queen City.
Man,
Yeah.
now I'm not gonna lie, I got on a little bit late to the movement.
It's all good.
But
you here though.
listen, let me tell you how funny the stars align up with this situation, right?
Right.
So number one, Ty Dolla $ign, very good homie of mine.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Like, we talk about music, we talk about his passion for music, his dad, all his influences, DJ Mustard, how he taught him, YG, and the whole thing. He broke it down all the way to me.
Yeah.
So about 4 weeks ago now probably, I was in Miami, turning up.
Kicking.
He was doing Live on a Sunday, and I was like, oh man, I'm here. A very good friend of mine is Hassan Whiteside. Old basketball teammate, we've known each other since we were probably about 6-7 years old.
Yeah.
So fast forward, we're in Live, Ty Dolla $ign like, yo, pull up on me. And I'm like, all right. So I'm like, yo, he got a lot of, Ty does a lot of singles, a lot of features with people.
Yeah.
Then the next morning, Monday,
Yeah.
going to the airport, bit hungover.
Ah.
The Uber driver is blasting your music, and I'm like, yo, who the hell are you playing? Because you was talking a lot of positivity in the music, but I wasn't expecting it so early in the morning with a hangover in Miami. So I was just like, I finally caved in after like the third or fourth song. I was like, yo, man, who is this? He was like, yo, it's this dude named Lecrae. I'm like, oh, I know him. We play him all the time on the station. So it's actually a pleasure to meet you.
Man. So that was, I wonder when that was, how long ago was it? I wonder if that was before the video shoot, because Ty came in from Miami.
It probably was right before.
Yeah.
We were in Miami.
Kicking it.
Whew.
I already know how it goes.
I was living at a Live. Now, because you make all the good music, you still go to nightclubs, right?
Yeah, I kick it. Yeah.
No, just no strip club.
Yeah, no.
Strip club's bad for the brand. I get it. It's bad for the look.
Hey man, I gotta I just we all got our lines, our limitations.
Yeah, but the regular nightclub you don't mind doing.
Nah, that's all good.
Now I have to ask you though, because you're a lot like a couple of people I know. You just can't put you in one box. You can't say, oh, he's this, he's that, he's Lecrae. Whatever you get is what you see.
Right.
Some days you may have a good day. Some days you may have a bad day. But how do you differentiate everything?
I just try to, I tell people, man, I'm righteous and ratchet. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't put me in any kind of category. I feel like rap music, hip hop is, has a soul. And sometimes we don't talk about that side of the music, or in the music. We don't talk about the soul and just the real life stuff that we be dealing with. It's always Saturday night. It ain't never Sunday morning, Monday morning, Tuesday, afternoon. So that's just what I try to bring, that balance, that tension back to the music.
Now I have to ask you, before the music, what was some of your biggest hardships? Because I sense a lot of wisdom. I sense a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, and you overcame it, it feels like, to a certain degree.
Yeah.
What was that hardship, like one of those biggest things in your life that you were like, well, I got to find a way to get through this?
Yeah. I mean, man, you name it. I probably done experienced it, you know what I'm saying? From, dealing with the court system to, deadbeat dad, father on drugs, you know what I'm saying? Abuse, near-death situations, fear for your life, you know what I mean? Car crashes, car flipping over 5 times in the middle of the highway. So it's just, you know what I'm saying, just a whole bunch of different stuff where, I had a little season where I had to sit down and just focus and just think and reflect on my life and say, man, I got to make better decisions, man.
Well, I sense a lot of, I keep saying wisdom, because it's like, wisdom is when you go through something and you like, okay, I'm wiser now, I'm stronger. I can't help but think about Marvin Sapp when I think about wisdom. I'm stronger.
I'm wiser.
I'm wiser. I'm better. And it's like everything is uplifting now when I hear about you. You know what I mean? Like I hear positivity. In a world where it's like everything is a negative.
Yeah. Now I do that on purpose because it's always another side. Even the song "Blessings," right? Like I went to go visit a friend who is facing a life sentence, and he was smiling when I went to see him, and I'm like, why is this dude smiling? He's like, man, I got family who love me, God love me, y'all coming to see me, man, I'm blessed. And I was like, if you can smile, I can smile. I ain't got no reason to complain. So I just try to stay on that side of it because, usually whatever it is you pushing is what you struggling with. So if I'm pushing positivity, it's because I want to be positive. You know what I'm saying? I struggle with the negative just as much as the next man. So it's just trying to outweigh that.
Now, what actual down south hip hop artists do you listen to?
Oh, man,
Like, who's in your playlist right now? Give me 5 people.
Man, everybody. I mean, Future, Migos. I'm trying to think who else is in my. I mean, everybody's in my playlist. I'm trying to think of who I'm just loving. I like Black. I like Kodak Black too. Yeah, it's a lot of people, man. It's a lot. I like Kodak. Kodak Black seems real, even if I don't.
Yeah, even though it's 2 different worlds almost. It's 2 different vibes, but
I like the authenticity of it. You know, if you real, I can rock with you because you ain't a gimmick. You know what I'm saying?
What you see is what you get.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's what I feel as though it's just all about what type of vibe you want to set off.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people forget that. Do you ever feel as though, because you always talking about positivity, that you have to hold yourself to a higher standard than everybody?
I'm just being me. So I feel like I need to be me and have integrity and be myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm never trying to. That's who I am. So it's not like me trying to put on a show. And you know, I never claim to be perfect or holier than thou or nothing like that. I just am trying to be myself. You know, I think it's kind of like you know, Outcast or Common. People was like, you know, do you feel like you gotta carry this banner of being conscious? And I think they was just expressing themselves, and that's how I feel. It's like I'm just really just being me.
If you wasn't doing music, now I know you got the height, so I know you gotta be like, oh, I could hoop, I could play football. But if you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
Nah, I'll still be in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? My thought, I grew up wanting to be Pharrell, so I saw Pharrell as producer.
Favorite Pharrell song is?
Ooh, man, production wise, I mean, the whole Neptune's movement, the whole like nerd stuff too, all of that. But I mean, probably like everything he did for Clips, because they came with the fire.
See, I would have to say Superstar.
Oh, wow, okay.
What?
Yeah.
Like, people forget Pharrell been around for
a long time.
Years.
Yeah, I like his new stuff too, though. Like his new album too, like Gust of Wind, Happy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know who I was talking with? Kent Jones.
Yeah.
He was actually up here last week. We were chilling in a hotel, and he was like, "Yo, one person I really want to work with right now is Pharrell." Like,
he a legend, man.
If you was to work with somebody outside of Pharrell, who else is on your wish list?
3 Stacks. Yeah, 3 Stacks. I mean, I feel like, you know, Kendrick and Cole and them, those are the homies. Those are people like I feel like we make great music. But if I'm going for like legends in my mind, I'm going for 3 Stacks, man.
Now, outside of music, what else are your hobbies? Like mine's, I play video games, wrestling. God, come on. From WWE wrestling and 2K to Madden, Call of Duty.
I'm on 2K. I'm on Call of Duty. I'm on
what system?
GTA. I'm on Xbox One.
You on that little Yachty? You know, I had Yachty over at the house till 5 a.m. and all we did was play Mortal Kombat.
I'm on a Mortal.
You know, one of his homeboys carry a briefcase
with the Xbox in it.
With the Xbox in it. You know what I'm talking about? It flips over the top side is a TV screen.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, we gonna play. What's all the thing he asked for? What's the Wi-Fi?"
So he served you then?
No. It was even. It was even. I even got documentation.
Yeah.
We had to do a video to say like, all right, it was even. It was fair. So, your go-to video game is?
My go-to video game is probably 2K. 2K, and then I just sometimes, I don't know why it's a stress reliever, but Grand Theft Auto just relieves stress.
That is so opposite, dog. Because a lot of people don't know Grand Theft Auto. You live the life of a hustler. You live the life of the street person. You building up shops. We ain't got to say what kind of shops. But it's just fun. But it's like, damn, you wouldn't expect Lecrae to be like, well, you know, I'm going to set up shop here. And we gotta go buy a golf course tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's like it's the hustler's mentality. That's what people don't know too. Is, you know, coming out of Texas, you know, originally from Houston, man. The Houston hustle and just seeing Slim Thug and Paul Wall and everybody build it from the ground up, and then that gets in your DNA. So I was independent for a long time. I like Monopoly. I love seeing Diddy's movement and how he established his own stuff, and that inspires me to establish my own stuff, to hire, you know, people who otherwise wouldn't be hired. You know what I'm saying? And just create. So GTA is like, man, you building something. It's still.
That boy loves GTA. That boy loves GTA right now.
Yeah.
So I do have to ask you more questions. Just you know, for the first time, I went to South by Southwest this year.
Yeah.
And I learned the Texas lifestyle. There's so many different variations.
Yeah.
Another person that I grew up with, Seth Curry.
Oh,
I went to his house a week after South by Southwest. So I got a taste of Austin.
Yeah.
I got a taste of Dallas. Everybody says Houston is ratchet. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. See, what is it? What when you say ratchet? Yeah, it is. But I mean, I don't look at ratchet always negative too. So you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just it's just real. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it's like Beyonce. When you corner her and sit down, she's just real. She's like, man, she gonna eat a chicken and eat all the meat off the bone and still be.
She eat the gristle off it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
So it's just real.
Jay-Z got him a lucky country girl. Like, what kind of females do you like, bro?
I mean, you know, man, I'm always the type of person that's like, man, I've always appreciated intelligence. I've always appreciated, you know, God-fearing, of course, and I've always appreciated, man, just, you know, independent. I'm part of a single mother who's independent. You know, my mom was raised by the Black Panthers, man, so she's conscious, she's thinking. So, you know, those are all things that matter to me.
Now, I asked about women. I'm talking about what features are you looking for?
I mean,
I understand
but that is a feature. Why the mind?
The mindset is a feature. I feel like people leave that out. Yeah. The mindset is number one. What's number two?
I mean, I spent time on the West Coast too, so you know, like, just natural beauty too, man. Is just being a naturally like caring. Like, you don't have to have. If you want to wear makeup, wear it. But if you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? I think that's beautiful, man.
How you feel about girls getting surgeries?
Nah, I mean, I'm not telling you what to do with your body, but that's not my preference. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I can't get jiggy with it. Like, I just like, nah, I just want you for who you are, baby. You know what I mean? Like, I love the raw, authentic you. You ain't gotta wear your eyeliner every day. You ain't gotta wear that. You know what I mean? I feel as though we get lost in it sometimes. And when you feel as though yourself getting lost, what do you do in situations? Outside of just looks of people, just when you feel lost, because we all been there. We've all just been like, man, I'm just lost right now. How do you manage to get yourself back on track?
You know, first and foremost, everybody know, man, my faith in God, man, is A1, day one. So that's something that's kept me intact and kept me on point. And then good friends, man. I got the same day ones that I've been had. So nobody acts, you know, nobody can. I don't got no yes men around me. You know what I'm saying? So people,
they keep it funky.
Yeah, they keep me grounded and they tell me about myself and they just challenge me. And then they also, you know, hold me down. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got friends who are always trying to fix you. They don't want to face you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you going through stuff, man. Stop. No, I don't need to be fixed right now. I just need you to like just hear what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? And walk with me through it. So having good friends, man, is probably one of the best things for me.
Now, I saw in a recent interview you did with somebody, I forgot who it was, but you had to make it a point to say, hey, you know, there's certain times in my life where I have to let go of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I won't let them get back on me. Like, I just won't let them back around. You know?
Yeah.
How do you manage to deal with that? Because, you know, your heart tells you, like, this, in my heart, I feel as though this is a friend, but they don't really care about me like they should. How do you know how to cut them off and not feel no type of way?
You just got to. I mean, here's how I feel. I feel like, you know, it's gonna sound weird or selfish, but you gotta take care of yourself. So I'm like, it's yourself, your relationship with your family, and then your career and everything else. If I don't take care of me, I'm no good for nobody else. So if you bad for my health, then you bad for family, you bad for my career, you know what I'm saying, everything else, because you toxic to me. So my thought process is, I gotta get you from around me. You know what I mean? And it ain't. And I'll be real with you. I'm not gonna be one of the type of people that just gonna ignore you and you don't know what's happening. Like, I'm like, man, let's sit down, let's chop, because you know this is what's happening right now. I'm gonna be 100 with you, and until you get your stuff together.
I can't fool with you.
Yeah, I can't.
But what about if they do get themselves together? Would you give them a second chance? Because you seem like the forgiving type, but you're not gonna forget.
Yeah, no, I mean,
are you gonna trust them to a certain degree?
It depends on what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just lose those privileges. It ain't that I don't ride with you no more. It's just you lose those privileges. Like, if you driving me around and we getting 7 accidents, man, I don't care how many driving classes you done took, bro. You ain't driving me around no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. We cool, we can hang, but you lost that job. That's my prerogative. You know what I mean? My
boy Lecrae. Who's your favorite old school artist?
Old school.
They could be an artist or a group.
Nas, I mean,
hip hop. I'm talking about raw hip hop lyricists, and I'm talking about performance wise. Who are you two?
Man, that's good.
Because you know everybody that makes good music can't perform it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Bob Marley is like my favorite because not just the music, but he just was like a revolutionary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he just was like, he was about the people, but then his music was hard too, and it crossed all boundary lines. And then Prince, which only the thing about Prince is he didn't bow down to the industry. And you can't put him in the genre. That's what I like about him too. What is he? I don't know.
He Prince.
Yeah, he
and
Prince.
He got come in, walking
the hills, the platforms,
platform hills, and still take your girl.
Yup. Don't look him in the eyes, man. You know what I'm saying?
My dog Lecrae, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
sure.
It's a pleasure having you up here. I'm definitely happy for what you're doing because a lot of people can't do what you do, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of protecting yourself, your brand, and you're doing a great job at it because you don't hear negative stories about Lecrae.
Thank God. I mean, it's probably man. You got to keep the positive energy around you, man. Otherwise, it'll come to you. It's trouble's looking for you. You just gotta. All you gotta do is open the door. It'll come.
My boy Lecrae ain't nothing like what people thought he would look like. You know, people probably look at you and be like, "Oh man, he probably this ugly
little
buck
lame."
Nah, then he comes out 6'4", look like he could be a model in one of these magazines or something, trying to steal my girls. I don't even want to be in the same video as you. I don't want you. I don't even want to take a picture with you because if I put it on my Instagram, you gotta take all my girls.
This dude is stupid. No, man, you good.
Whose mans is this, B?
You good, man.
My dog Lecrae, it's a pleasure having you on the show.
Yeah,
Go ahead and tell people. We didn't even talk about Blessings.
Yeah,
I want to talk about how you came up with it because I know you lost your DJ.
Yeah, I did lose my DJ, man.
How did that happen?
He passed away from cancer. You know
what type?
It was like blood cancer. So yeah, it was crazy, man. He was battling it for a long time, and he was still DJing with me. But then it just got to be too much. He had to sit down, and he went to the hospital, and then man, we lost him. You know what I'm saying? So that was tough just to deal with.
And I know you carry with him every day.
Oh yeah, man.
Every day, like even the small conversations. Because I know what it feels like. I lost my cousin who we lived together. You know what I mean? At a very timing age, I guess you could say. And it's like, you know, you often think about like, all right, I gotta do this for them. And you think about situations that probably I used to talk about and be like, man, this is crazy.
All the time.
One of your biggest and best memories with your DJ?
Man, he was real funny, man. He was like, he just a real silly dude. So he was always clowning, but he was real big on, his, like, he got to have his thing. So he had to have his video games. He was a super gamer. And he had to have these breath mints all the time. I don't know why. He just had to chew on these breath mints.
Because your breath can't be funky, dog. He probably had some cavities, didn't want you to know.
I don't even know what it was, but we was in London one time. We had a show out there, and he dropped his mints on the ground. I stepped on all them boys being silly, man. He about near cried.
Oh, see. I thought you was super all the way straight. You done stepped on my man breath mints?
Yeah, it was funny, man.
You know he gotta get you back. One day your breath gotta sting you. You gotta talk to the girl of your dreams.
Hey man, I'm
that's what's gonna happen.
You just brush and floss, man. You'll be all right.
Would you ever expect Blessings to take over like it has?
No, I really, this is the first record. You know, I've been doing it underground. This is the first record.
You've been doing underground for a minute.
Yeah.
I studied you. You've been doing it for longer than 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, this is the first record we took to radio, so I didn't really know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just to see the love that people have been showing the record, man, and you know, again, Ty, man, shout out to Ty for supporting, you know what I'm saying, good dude, man, and shout out to TC as well, because, man, that was something that me and Ty talked about, it was just his brother, and just that perspective on it as well, man, so, yeah, man, it's crazy, man, it's dope to see it doing work like it is.
My dog, Lecrae.
For sure.
Very positive vibes.
Hey, man.
Very humble dude, man. But I'll still kick your ass in basketball.
Hey, man, listen, man. All it takes is a court, man.
Listen. Me and Lucci playing on PS4 tonight.
Straight up.
You could catch.
I just seen Lucci at Neiman Marcus.
Yeah, that's definitely the bro right there. That whole wave, and I just feel as though. How do you feel as though like the millennials taking over now?
I mean, for me, I don't never want to be like. You know, my mom was never one of them type of people that was like, man, what is this? You know what I'm saying? She was always just like trying to understand what we liked about what we liked. And so I want to be the same way, you know what I'm saying? Just like, I don't never want to be on some like, man, what is going on? And do I like this? Do I like that? I just feel like, man, just be yourself. You know what I mean? But my other thing though is you got to be humble. Like I don't like it when people don't pay homage and respect people who came before them. You know what I'm saying? So, that's one thing that I always try to do is keep my ears open and always willing to learn and listen to people. Because man, they been where you at. Somebody been where you at. So if even if they ain't hot, what they tell me, they say, the way you treat people when you hot is the way they gonna treat you when you not. So. Yeah.
Say that one more time for the people.
The way you treat people when you hot is the way they gonna treat you when you not. And you ain't gonna be hot forever. So that's it.
Jeez, yeah. Talk about wisdom right there.
Yeah, man.
I love how you able to put everything together and it makes sense. A lot of people get it, but they don't know how to express it to people. They don't know how to say it. I'm one of those. I don't know how to express it. I get it. I don't know how to express it the right way. It's the artistry side of me that kicks in.
As long as you live it, man, it's all good. As long as if you know how to walk it out, man, it's a whole different ballgame.
What's one weird fact about you that people may not know?
Weird fact, I don't really eat fruit and vegetables, so I've never eaten I ain't never ate a pear, a peach, a plum. I never ate a salad in my whole life.
What?
In my whole life.
Dude, there's a McAllister's right here in front of you.
Jealous.
Cool.
I'm going to take you and we got to get a taco salad. Because I'm going to eat unhealthy salads, okay?
So cool, man.
You don't eat salads, though?
I ain't never had a salad a day in my life.
You lie. You lie.
I'll drink juice and stuff like that. Like, you take me to the juice bar, I'll go drink a salad, but I'm not going to eat one.
Wow,
I don't know, man. I just grew up on chicken nuggets and pizza, maybe. I don't know what it is.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm hip with you when it comes to chicken.
I don't know, man.
So your first ideal date is what with a female?
First ideal, I don't know. I think for me, it's like, man, I think everybody needs to get to know people. My thing is like get to know them when they're around their friends, they real friends. That's who they.
Yeah, that's when you know what type of female you got. Because I be meeting people and they be like, I'm this type. Tell me about yourself. I'm like, I can't tell you about me. Like you got to be around me.
Yeah.
You got to be around the homies. You got to know
when
how.
you see people around their real friends, then you know. So just take note, everybody out there, man. Get around their real ones. Then they can't front because then their friends be like, why are you acting like that?
Who's this person? I don't know this person.
Yeah.
My guy Lecrae in the building. Go ahead and tell everybody the social media.
Man, follow me on social media. It's at Lecrae, Lecrae. Man, definitely follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that, man. Follow me. I promise I'll take you somewhere.
That boy got 1 million followers, though. Shout out to that. Shout out to the movement.
Shout out to the fans, man.
Houston.
They showing love, respect, man. H-Time, all
What
that.
was the phone number you always wanted to have growing up? Don't lie.
The phone number I always wanted to have? You just gonna give me 281-334. Mike Jones.
My dog Lecrae, it's a pleasure having you, and I know you will be back.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely, man. The show treat me so good, man.
Door's always open. Chewy take over, and I'm gonna take you out to a club one day.
All right, come on, man. We go.
We gotta make it happen.
Hit the lounge, hit the club, what's up?
No, we gotta go to the club. We gotta be lit.
It's right on. I'll see how you do it.
Always see. All right, let's do these drops. Get them out.